I remember staring at my garden beds, feeling completely frustrated and defeated. It was as if all my hard work and excitement had led to nothing but disappointment. Despite all my careful planning, research and effort, my plants looked weak and stunted, barely clinging to life. My tomatoes yellowed, my peppers barely grew, and it seemed like nothing I tried made any real difference. Desperate for answers, I turned to the internet, searching for quick fixes. Trendy hacks like rice water and corn water that promised to revive my struggling garden. Videos and blogs promised lush, thriving gardens with these simple kitchen scraps, so I tried them all, clinging to hope for a miracle turnaround. At first, I saw a tiny burst of growth, just enough to get my hopes up, but it didn't last long, and soon things went downhill again. Before I knew it, my soil became compacted and sour-smelling, and pests like fungus gnats started showing up everywhere, making things even worse. The starchy water gave a quick, temporary boost, but it did nothing for the long-term health of my soil or plants. In fact, it made things worse, feeding bad bacteria, compacting the soil even more, and attracting more pests than before. My plants stayed weak, their roots struggled to grow, and diseases slowly crept into my garden beds, making me feel even more helpless. That's when I realized these online gimmicks and shortcuts weren't the answer. They were just distractions from what my garden really needed. My garden needed a real, sustainable solution, not another shortcut or viral hack that only offered false hope. That's when I started searching for something better, something that would truly help my plants thrive for the long haul. Just as I was ready to give up on my struggling garden, feeling frustrated and out of options, I stumbled upon worm castings, nature's perfect plant food, created by earthworms as they break down organic matter. Worm castings, or worm poop, are absolutely packed with nutrients and beneficial microbes that plants crave for healthy growth. Unlike starchy water or synthetic fertilizers, they naturally improve soil structure and create a thriving ecosystem right at the roots. The castings aerate the soil, help it retain moisture, and slowly release essential minerals like nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, providing a steady supply of nutrients over time. They even contain natural pest-fighting enzymes that help protect plants from harmful insects and diseases. With worm castings, my garden could finally build resilience and health from the ground up, transforming weak plants into thriving ones. It was the missing piece I'd been searching for all along, the secret to a lush, productive garden. I knew I had to try them and see the transformation for myself. To really understand what works best for growing healthy tomatoes, I decided to run a simple experiment using 3 identical tomato plants. I wanted to see for myself if those popular online hacks could actually compete with tried-and-true natural amendments. I set up the test so that one plant got rice water, another received corn water, and the third was given a generous dose of worm castings. All 3 plants were kept in the same spot, with the same soil, sunlight, and watering schedule to make sure the results would be fair and accurate. At first, the rice and corn water plants seemed to take off, growing quickly and looking promising. But after a short burst of growth, they started to struggle. Leaves turned pale, stems grew thin and weak, and the soil became crusty and even attracted pests like fungus gnats. The plant with worm castings, on the other hand, grew at a steady, healthy pace. Its leaves stayed a deep, vibrant green, the stems thickened, and it was the first to develop flowers. The soil in that pot stayed dark, moist, and crumbly, with no sign of pests or disease. It was clear the plant was thriving from the roots up. The difference was obvious. The worm castings plant wasn't just surviving, it was truly thriving, while the others lagged behind. It looked healthier, stronger, and even started producing fruit earlier than the others, showing real productivity. This experiment made it clear that natural amendments like worm castings build lasting plant health and resilience, not just a quick boost. Those trendy hacks gave only short-lived results and didn't support the plants in the long run. The evidence was right in front of me, plain as day. Healthy living soil is truly the foundation of a thriving garden. After seeing these results, I was completely convinced. Want to use worm castings? It's easy. Top dress your plants by sprinkling a thin layer around the base and gently mixing it into the soil. Apply every 30-60 days for steady nutrition. When planting, mix worm castings into the hole for a strong start. Use about 1 part castings to 4 parts soil. You can also make worm tea by steeping castings in water for 24 hours, then watering your plants with it. Ditch the gimmicks. Worm castings build real, lasting soil health. Try it and watch your garden transform. Happy gardening.